Here's 7 key tips to magnify your content marketing efforts across any medium, any channel, online or offline. So number 1, understand your unique value proposition, sometimes known as your USP. What makes you completely different to everybody else? What's the meaningful problem that your business, product or service solves? Your content should scream what is unique about you and your business, and it should also bring across your personality in your delivery or in your style of writing. The second thing is solving problems. Your audience are more inclined to move away from pain than they are towards pleasure. So the more you can write down the 100 problems that your clients are facing and then consistently talk about those problems, that will naturally position you as an expert in those problems and attract those clients to you. The third thing is storytelling. Remember the saying of facts tell, stories sell. It's about taking people on a journey, not only of your business, but equally of you. Share the good, the bad, the highs, the lows, the ugly, everything in between. That will connect you as a human being and resonate with your audience. It's why I always talk about recently tearing my bicep tendon or losing my mum a couple of years ago and the challenges of being a parent, a business owner and managing my teams in that circumstance. You know, you have to show people you are human, and you do that through storytelling, and people will resonate much more with your brand and your business.
Hey team, just cutting in because I've got something for you that's going to help you hugely to understand how to attract your ideal client and increase your sales. I've put together the lead generation analyzer. It is 25 questions that when you answer at the very end, it will give you a score in 5 key areas: gaining clarity on your niche, social media marketing, content marketing, marketing techniques, and sales, exactly as I talk about in the lead generation guide. So if you want to attract more of your ideal client and want to increase your sales and know the areas in marketing that you need to be working on next, then make sure you click the link in the show notes now and take the lead generation scorecard.
4, you must embrace video content. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, they are all video-based platforms. You have the ability to not only turn your words into written or audio form, but people like to see the whites of your eyes. They like to connect on a deeper level with you. And video is the way the world is going. About 80% of content online is watched in video. So you have to do it, even if you feel like you've got a face for radio. Number 5 is build a community. This is one of the biggest game changers to one of my businesses. I've got a community of more than 3,000 self-employed individuals, mortgage advisors in a Facebook group. That community launched an entire business. Your email database, your social media individual channels, everything now online is a community that you need to nurture and build relationships with. How people behave on TikTok is very different to how they behave on Facebook. How people behave on Instagram is very difficult to how they behave on LinkedIn. So when you start to appreciate each individual channel as a community and you connect with that community and you solve that community's problems and you be a community leader, everything transforms in your business with regard to your lead generation. 6, consistency with a twist of innovation. Doing the same thing over and over again is going to get you the same result. So you have to innovate, you have to test, you have to go through trial and error. Sometimes it's the 4th or 5th time of doing something that you realize what works. It's why, for example, on Instagram, we're a huge advocate for putting out as much content as you possibly can, and then beginning to funnel down on what's actually working. So you begin to know what your audience wants, you do more of what they want, and then your content begins to explode. The problem with doing 1 or 2 a week is you never get the feedback quick enough to be able to get the growth. So you have to be consistent, but you equally have to innovate. Lastly, number 7, data. Data doesn't lie, people do. You have to look at your analytics of a social media channel, see what's working, the views that you're getting, the reach that you're getting, the comments. You equally have to look at your lead sources. Where are the most valuable leads coming from? And then you have to spend more budget on those particular areas or test and innovate in other areas related to that specific channel. It's about diversification, but it's equally about knowing when to say no to something that's not working and when to start something new that could. So data will give you the decisions that you need to make to move your business forward, to attract better clients and to increase your revenues and profit. Remember, The content that you create is you and your business's first impression. So it's really important that you make sure it's authentic and close to your brand as you want it to be. Whether you want to do it raw and direct to camera, or whether you want to be professional with a bit of a setup like we have here, it makes no difference. We do a bit of both. So make sure that you start content marketing today. If you have any questions about the 7 points that we've discussed, make sure you hit me up with a comment below.